Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do another beauty wish list. Now I put up a poll on my Instagram because I've been thinking about this for a little bit. I've been posting these beauty wish list videos ever since I came back to my channel, and I was just really talking about any random products that I was maybe putting on my wish list or things that I just was interested in. And I've watched a lot of will I buy it videos and, you know, things like that where they talk more about new releases. And I kind of like that style. I think that, you know, it is fun to maybe talk about just some random products that I'm interested in, but I also really like the idea of talking about new releases because for me, I watch many different channels do those style of videos because I really do enjoy hearing, you know, different perspectives from different people and different types of people that I like to watch, and hearing their thoughts about releases. It helps me make decisions about what I might be interested in buying, you know, just hearing different ideas and different viewpoints that maybe I wouldn't have seen myself. And so I thought I would pose that question to my Instagram followers of whether they'd like to see that sort of video instead of just kind of random products. And I would say it was sort of 75% said that they were interested in newer releases, and then some people still were, you know, didn't care and they wanted just random things. So I figured maybe I would do mostly new releases, but that I would also kind of throw in some things here or there that I just am interested in that are not necessarily new. And then we'd kind of like appeal to everybody. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, definitely make sure and do that, because I do try to do some polls here and there and just get your feedback about what I'm doing on my channel so that I continue to improve my channel and, you know, do things that you want to see. So the other thing that I'm going to do in these videos going forward is I'm going to talk about if there are any products that I did end up buying from, you know, the last month, then I can tell you about those things and let you know if I have any initial thoughts or whatnot. You know, I'm not necessarily going to buy some things that I talk about in these videos every month, but if I do, I think that it's good to let you know how those go in case they don't end up in, you know, beauty blab later on, because they may not necessarily become favorites or things that I feel like I really need to talk about. So in my last wish list, I did it more for the Sephora VIB sale. So a lot of those things were going to be repurchases, you know, skincare things that I've owned before and I was just repurchasing them. So I mentioned some of those things, and makeup items too. So I really just want to point out some of the things that I bought that are actually new things to me that, you know, over the course of the beauty wish list that I've posted, what things that I have gotten from them. So the first thing that I did, I talked about in my last beauty blab, and this is the Tarte Knockout Tingling Treatment. So I'll definitely direct you to that beauty blab if you want to hear more about this. But I did end up getting this during the VIB sale. I talked about that I wanted to get this, and I've been using it, and now I use it every single night. I kind of had to work up to that because it's very strong, and I've been really happy with the way that my skin looks. So I do really enjoy this. And again, if you want to hear more thoughts, definitely check out my beauty blab video. And then I also purchased, not from the VIB sale, but I talked about this a couple months back, I think. This is the Kopari Lip Glossy. And this is really, really nice. It's definitely a little bit pricey, so you may not want to spend that much on a lip balm. But what I like about this is it's called the Lip Glossy, and it really is a lip glossy because it really acts as a lip balm and a lip gloss. So it's really hydrating like a lip balm, but it has a very beautiful glossy finish to it. So I really like that about this, and it smells delicious. So if you like coconut and like not fake coconut, but like really natural, yummy coconut, that's what this smells like. And I've been really enjoying this because I think it looks pretty. So if I put this on, you know, it doesn't just look like a lip balm on my lips. It actually has a pretty shine to it. So I have been really, really enjoying this. And a couple more things that I talked about in my beauty blab that I got, that I talked about in a beauty wish list a while back. These are from Flower Beauty. This is the Flower Beauty sponge. I actually forgot to talk about this in the beauty blab, and I had to kind of insert some audio because I couldn't believe that I forgot about this. But I've really, really been enjoying this sponge. You can see it's dirty. I've obviously been using it, and this is dry, so when it's wet, it's much bigger, but I've really been enjoying this sponge quite a bit. And then this is the Flower Beauty Flower Pot Blush in Sweet Pea, and I've been loving this too. I really would like to get more shades of this blush formula. I really do enjoy this. And then the last thing was actually something that I didn't buy, but it was funny. My mom purchased 2 different shades, and so then she ended up giving one to me. So I got it, that's great. This is the Glossier Boy Brow, and I actually have this in my brows with a pencil as well. But I have been enjoying this. You know, I probably would say that I like this better than the Gimme Brow. It's very similar, and you know, it's just a preference thing because some people definitely prefer the Gimme Brow, but I really do like this. I think it's a nice brow gel, so I've been enjoying that. So those are all the products that I have purchased from those beauty wish lists. So now let's talk about the new stuff. I'm gonna pull up my computer here for my lists and all like the pictures and stuff that I can look at them, because if you're new here, I film on my phone, which is kind of a pain for things like this because then I could just look at my phone. But anyway, I'm gonna look at my computer, so that's why I kind of backed up, and I'm gonna be looking down just a little bit. So the first two things are actually not new products. They're not new releases, but they're things that I've been really interested in for a while. And at some point, I definitely wanna get these products. I just don't know quite when, but they're from Thrive Causemetics, and it's spelled differently because it goes along with their cause. First of all, what's really cool about this brand and why I really would like to support them, besides just the fact that their products definitely interest me, is that they give back. So that's why they're called Thrive Causemetics, because every time you purchase something, then they give a product to a woman who's going through cancer treatments. And I just think that that's such a cool thing. And their products are vegan and totally cruelty-free according to their website. And I just think that that's such an amazing thing. And I would love to support a brand that gives back in that way. I think that it's just such a wonderful thing. So I really like that about the brand. But besides that, their products really do interest me. So two in particular, and I've just been hearing about these products from some other YouTubers that I like, and it just sounds really interesting to me. So the first one is their mascara. Now, Nicole from Young, Wild, and Polished said this is her like all-time favorite mascara now anyway, and that it just is the best. And it's also a tubing mascara. So basically that means that it sort of like coats your lashes, and then when you wash it off, you can just kind of like pull it off with water. And so it's really easy to remove. And I do have good lashes already because I use Revitalash, but there are definitely mascaras that I like better than others. Like, I like what I'm wearing right now, but it's not as good as my Chanel Volume de Chanel, which you know if you watch my channel is my favorite. So I'm always looking for, other options because that's so expensive. So I'm always looking for mascaras that can kind of hold up to that one. I haven't found one quite yet, but I'm really interested in this one, and I like the idea of a tubing mascara too. That sounds kind of cool because I very often will put on a little mascara at the beginning of the day, and then when it comes to my daughter's nap time, I'll kind of wash off my makeup because I will very often work out during her nap or something like that if I'm not gonna film or whatever. And so it would be nice to have something that would come off that easily. So I'm very interested in that. And then I'm also interested in their bronzer. I've heard about their bronzer maybe from Nicole too, but also from Kathleen Lights. She's talked about, I think, both of those products actually. And it just looks like a really pretty matte bronzer, and their packaging is beautiful too. I love the color of the packaging. So I'm definitely interested in that brand in general, but those two products in particular. All right, so let's move on to some new stuff. I'm gonna scoot over this way a little bit because I think that maybe that would be better to post pictures. I probably should have done that before I talked about the Thrive stuff, but whatever. We'll just go into it now with the rest of it. So the Juvia's Place Warrior Palette. So I saw a picture of this posted on Trend Mood. It's just a little disappointing. Like, look, okay, I get that, some people do want neutral palettes. Some people want, basic palettes, and that's great. If that's what you're looking for, then this could be a great one because Juvia's Place makes great shadows. But I certainly don't need something like this. I have all of these shades like 10 times over in my collection. It just doesn't look that exciting to me. I really want Juvia's Place to come out with a good colorful palette with more mattes because, like, for example, I love their Masquerade palette. I did a really colorful eye look with that one. I'll link that one above for you. But what I even mentioned in that video was that there's like one colorful matte, and it's not even that great of a matte. It looks purple, but then it goes on the eyes and it looks very pink, which is okay, but not my favorite. And that's the only matte other than like the neutral ones in the bottom half of the palette. And I would love to see them come out with some matte colorful shades. And I don't know what I was expecting with their new release, but it wasn't really that. So I'm not gonna be picking that one up at all. And by the way, as far as like all the details, you know, when these things are going to be released, if you are interested in them, and if there are links because they are available, I'll put everything down in the description box. So make sure and check that down there. The next one I am definitely interested in. This one is new and it's already available because I believe when it was posted on Instagram, it was like the day before it was being released. So this is from Natasha Denona. And Natasha Denona puts out really expensive products, but recently she's been putting out some mini things, which I am all for. Because when it comes to her products, they're so pricey that I don't mind if I pick up something that's really small, because it takes a long time to go through any product, if you have a big collection especially. And I like to be able to try some of her stuff, but it's, it's pricey. So this one really caught my interest. So this is a mini blush and glow palette. So it has a blush and a highlighter in it. And in her Insta story, she was, showing the product and she was applying it to a model and it just looked gorgeous. And then she swatched the blush and the highlighter on her finger, and you'll see that in the picture. And it just looked so, so pretty. And it's now available on Sephora, so I'll link it below for you, but it's $19, which is expensive, I know, but for her products, that's not bad. And I know it's gonna be tiny. I mean, I know it's tiny, but I kind of don't care. Like, I feel like it will take a long time to go through it anyway, and it's so, so pretty, and it'll be a good way for me to, I have a blush duo from her, and it's great. The quality is great. I haven't tried any highlights from her. I don't know if she'll come out with more shades of that one, but I think that she should. I'm definitely interested in that one. I think I might have to pick that up at some point. I think it's beautiful. The next thing is a new product from a new brand. This is coming out by GabbyTeeMUA. And if you don't know her, she's a good friend of Kathleen Light's, and she does all of her makeup for the KL Polish promos and, all those shoots that she does. And she does beautiful, beautiful work. Definitely check her out if you haven't seen her. And so she's coming out with a new makeup brand, and she says it's inspired by her culture. And so that's really cool, I think. And so there was a picture posted of her new palette that she's coming out with, and it looks nice. I wouldn't say that it's something that I feel like I need to go out and buy right away, but it's definitely a really cool first product in my mind, and I'm definitely interested to see what people say about this palette. And while I don't think that I'm gonna pick up this one, I would definitely be interested to see what else she puts out in the future, because I mean, she knows makeup, she does beautiful looks on Kathleen, and I mean, this looks beautiful. So while this one isn't quite what I need right now, I'd be definitely interested to see what she comes out with in the future. And then we have the new Maybelline Soda Pop palette. So they've been coming out with these palettes recently. They came out with the lemonade one, which was really a letdown, I think. And then they came out with the Moncherie cherry, or cherry Moncherie, something like that. And again, it was like, that doesn't really look like cherries. That's kind of meh, like not that exciting. And then they put out this one, they put out pictures of this one, the Soda Pop, which isn't going to be available until August, I believe. Yeah, it says it's going to be available for pre-order earlier than that release date, but they posted pictures, and this one actually looks really pretty. This one looks a little bit more like, okay, I can see the Soda Pop theme going on there. I felt like with those other two, they kind of missed the mark a little bit. This one's better. It definitely still has, a lot of like neutral shades, but I don't know, it does look really pretty. I wish there was some more colorful mattes in there. Again, I know that's kind of the theme, but I just feel like most of us have those neutral matte shades and we don't really need them. Even some of the shimmers, like, I just don't really need that. Like, if I just had that middle part, that would really be all I would want. Like, if it was just that middle part, I'd almost be more interested in it than the whole thing, because I feel like I don't know how much this is going to cost. I don't know if it says anywhere on here, but I do think that it looks pretty. I'll be interested to see how much it's going to cost. If I find out before this goes up, I'll put it on the screen, and I'll definitely put the information down below, but I don't know. I don't think that I'll be getting this one, but I don't know. I'll be interested to see how much it's going to cost, because I feel like it might be a little bit on the pricey side, because I don't know, it just seems like that would be a little bit on the pricier side. Again, if I could just get like the middle section, I would probably be more interested. The last thing is a new release from ColourPop. It's going to be released soon. It's to celebrate their birthday. So, you know, they always come out with something for their birthday, and they're releasing a palette, and this is what it looks like. Like, they're like all the same. Like, it's called the Fame palette. Really? I just, really? They all look the same. Like, all of the shades look pretty much the same. And can anyone who's darker than me wear that? Can I even wear that? Like, yeah, maybe I can. But are you kidding? Like, I'm just so bored. I'm just so bored with that. They came out with some fun shadows for the spring, like single shadows, but like, why can't they come out with a fun palette? Like, I have a couple of their palettes. I really like them. They're such good quality, and I would just love to see them come out with something a little more interesting, really. I mean, I'm sure that this is great quality, but honestly, even if you don't have these shades, I wouldn't really recommend this because, yeah, I'm sure they're great quality, but I just don't think that you get a great variety in that palette. Even if you're looking for neutrals, even if you're looking for basics, I just don't think you get a good variety in there. I think there's a lot of repetition. Some of those shades look exactly the same. Like, maybe they'll look a tiny bit different when you swatch them. Once you blend them out, they're gonna look the same. I just don't really, maybe that's a bad picture, I don't know, but I'm just not feeling it. All right, so sorry to end on that kind of sour note, but we're just keeping it real. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this new version of my beauty wish list, or not. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about these releases. Are you picking up any of them? What do you think? I really love to hear your feedback. When we come back here next time, I will definitely let you know if I've bought anything, but I'm gonna try and post these a little more frequently than just once a month like I used to. So there may not be any products that I've picked up, but I hope you'll join me for the next beauty wish list. If you like this video, please make sure and give it a big thumbs up. That really does help out my channel so much. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would just love for you to stick around, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.